Well, it's just a few days between now and the North American Vincent Owners Club rally in Montana next week. I'm very excited about it, and touch wood, the bike's running really well. There's just one thing that's concerning me a little bit, and you may have heard it from my previous videos, but the bike's extremely loud. And while that's great for just local riding around here, for longer distance riding that we're going to be doing, I'm thinking of changing out the muffler because it does get a little jarring after a little bit. And I do wear ear plugs from time to time, but I'd rather just have a kind of a quieter noise for the ride. So I still have the original muffler that came with the bike, and I think that was a bit quieter than the one I've got on right now. But my friend Ted also lent me a couple of his mufflers, so I'm gonna switch them all out. I'm gonna switch the first muffler, start the bike, record the sound just to see if it's any quieter, and then just continue and cycle through all the mufflers until I find one that's perhaps the quietest or the best compromise of all. It's a simple job. It just involves removing nuts and bolts in two places. One here from the rear hanger of the rear foot peg, and then here just the clamping bracket, just like you'd have with any other bike. Just need to undo those, switch out the silencer, and then start the bike, test the sound, and then move on to the next one. And then based upon the sound level, I'll find the one that makes the most sense for the rally. Here are the three mufflers I'm going to try. The one at the top is the one that originally came with the bike, well, when I got it anyway, and the two bottom ones are from a friend Ted. They look the same from a distance, but actually just some subtle differences in the length, for example, here should make a difference. And then, you know, just a different condition that each one's in as well. One has a weld mark. This one here at the bottom is probably the nicest overall, but I'm not sure what it will sound like until I put them on the bike. This is the loud silencer that I've had on my bike for the last year or so, and it's pretty loud, so this will be the baseline for testing the sound check with the other silencers. Man, that sounds so great. I don't know if I want to do this, but yeah, it does get a little tiring after a bit once you're riding. So, okay, we've got the next pipe coming up. Just for fun, I thought you might like to hear what it sounds like without a muffler on. I'll try not to wake the neighbours up. Well, sounds like a BSA Gold Star. That sounded great. Okay, on to the next one. Well, the first one. This is the first one, and this is the original silencer that I had on the bike when I got it from John. So we'll see how loud that is compared to the one that I got from George, actually, in Montana. Yeah, that's different. Yeah, that's certainly a lot quieter than the original one that I had on, so that's interesting. I always thought that this was loud actually, and so that's decidedly quieter. If the original's 10 in terms of, you know, the level 10, I would say that this is, I think, like 7.5. That's how I would rate it. This next one is one of the silencers that I got from Ted. It's my least preferred one, I suppose, because it's got some welds on the top, but we'll see. I'm saving what I hope will be the best one till last, and then if it's a good sound, I'll just leave it on the bike. So we'll see how this goes. I think possibly that was even quieter than the last one. The only problem is I noticed it pushes out from the hanger a little bit further than I would like, and actually that's what was causing my problems trying to start it, because I was worried that the kickstand would, Kickstarter would scrape it as I kicked, but we'll see. Okay, on to the next one. Finally, this is the second muffler that Ted has lent me. It's definitely the nicest condition, and it seems like it's the best fit so far, the tightest fit around the header pipe, so here's hoping. I'm pretty sure that was louder than the last one, and certainly the one before that. I think the quietest so far is my original pipe, but anyway, I'll go and upload these videos and play it back.